Hello, today is August 1st, 2025. I'm Larry York from TC2, and this is Staying Connected. Big news in the enterprise networking space is Arista's recent acquisition of VeloCloud's SD-WAN portfolio from Broadcom in a deal analysts estimate at just over $1 billion. I'm joined today by my colleague Tony Mangino to discuss both the immediate and strategic impact of the acquisition for enterprise customers. Tony is the usual host of our Staying Connected podcast and director at TC2. Tony, good to have you on the other side of the microphone here on Staying Connected.
Thanks, Larry. Great to be here with you today. And, a number of our customers here at TC2 have been inquiring about the potential impact of this acquisition. This is one of those deals that sounds technical at first glance, but has meaningful impact for enterprise customers and on the competitive landscape in enterprise networking.
So for everyone listening who maybe doesn't live and breathe SD-WAN, why does this acquisition matter?
Right. So this is a classic example of strategic fit meets market timing. So Broadcom bought VMware and along with it inherited VeloCloud. But Broadcom isn't really in the business of running distributed networks. They're focused more on software-defined infrastructure. Meanwhile, Arista has had a long-standing gap in its portfolio. Now, they're super strong in high-speed data center and cloud networking, but had no native SD-WAN or edge security offering. So VeloCloud was essentially orphaned inside Broadcom, and Arista, looking to compete deeper with the likes of Cisco and Fortinet, needed that piece to really pursue the enterprise networking market. And VeloCloud gives them an immediate global SD-WAN footprint, a mature network edge platform, and really a jumpstart into the SASE conversation without building it all from scratch.
Tony, it sounds like both companies got what they wanted from the deal in very different ways.
That's exactly right. Arista gets that missing puzzle piece for enterprise networking, and Broadcom gets to streamline their portfolio. And Wall Street clearly approved. Arista's stock jumped almost 7% after the announcement.
Okay, let's go a little deeper then. What exactly does VeloCloud bring to the table for IT teams?
Great question, Larry. It's worth kind of breaking it down into a few key points. First, it's cloud native SD-WAN. VeloCloud was cloud first from day one. It's smart, it's application aware, and talks directly to cloud providers through APIs. Next would be gateway architecture. Instead of forcing all traffic through edge devices, they use a global network of gateways. It means potentially better performance for things like video calls, the ones that always freeze right when you're making a serious point. Then security in the SASE conversation. While it's not a full security stack like Zscaler, VeloCloud has strong firewalling, segmentation, and plays nicely with other security solutions. Finally, AI and automation. Their AI tools can predict congestion and reroute traffic before users even notice there's a problem.
So it's not just SD-WAN, it's intelligent and cloud native SD-WAN.
Yeah, and that's what made it so attractive to Arista.
Okay, well, let's talk about the good, the bad, and potential gotchas for enterprise customers, Tony.
Yeah, Larry. So first, lots of upside. Strong R&D recommitment. Arista's great at R&D, so I would expect faster innovation now. Improved lifecycle and support. Under Broadcom, support was outsourced and strategic updates were somewhat vague. I'd expect that that's going to change quickly. Finally, better WAN to cloud integration. If you're already using Arista in your data center or campus networks, the WAN to cloud integration gets you closer to unified policy control from edge to core.
And the gotcha part?
Well, I think the most likely gotchas would come from a roadmap shift. And that's to say, Arista may phase out certain appliance SKUs or smaller edge hardware. There's also the chance that they decide on a shift to the licensing models or perhaps abandon features that you leverage in your environment today. On the security side, if you used Symantec or Broadcom security stack with VeloCloud, those integrations could break. And like every acquisition ever, there's that integration dip. So things like support portals, upgrade cycles, all that can be a little bit bumpy at first.
Fair enough. So what about Cisco, Fortinet, and Juniper? How does this change the game for them?
Yeah, well, they're definitely paying attention. Let's talk about Cisco first. They're still the dominant SD-WAN player by sheer volume globally. Think the Catalyst and Meraki's, but they'll now be under pressure to evolve more quickly. Enterprises want a modern control plane plus AI plus a cloud native experience. Arista, for their part, will be selling CIOs on simplified ops and not just boxes anymore. Fortinet, they're the current market leader in quote secure SD-WAN, especially with firewall centric buyers. But Arista's elegant WAN and AI model could attract cloud first customers who want less box heavy architecture. Finally, there's Juniper and Mist. They've been leaning hard into AI and automation, but Arista arguably just leapfrogged them with a full stack platform from 5G, Wi Fi 7 to data center AI fabrics and now multi cloud SD-WAN.
So, Tony, any final thoughts for CIOs, infrastructure architects, or enterprise network leaders? What's the strategic takeaway here?
Well, Larry, here's what I say. A couple final points. First, watch Arista closely. They've entered this space not as a follower, but as a platform integrator, and their execution in the next 6 to 12 months is going to be key. Next, if you're facing MPLS, legacy WAN renewal decisions, or perhaps an internet first transformation, this is probably a good opportunity to revisit your SD-WAN strategy as well. And remember that everything's converging. SD-WAN, security, AI ops, telemetry. Arista's acquisition of VeloCloud puts them right in the middle of that convergence.
That's great. Thanks, Tony. This has been a really, really informative discussion. To our listeners, if you'd like to learn more about the Arista's VeloCloud acquisition, what it means for your enterprise WAN roadmap, or if you'd like to discuss other technology, strategy, sourcing, and cost reduction needs with Tony or me, or any of our LB3 TC2 colleagues, please give us a call or shoot us an email. You can also stay current by subscribing to Staying Connected, checking out our websites, and by following us on LinkedIn.